This is the fourth part of the lesson Poverty as Challenge, class 9th. So, here we are going to discuss causes of poverty, which is on the page number 38 of your textbooks. So, causes of poverty. What are the causes of poverty? There were number of causes for the widespread poverty in India. One historical reason is that low level of economic development under the British colonial administration. There are different reasons or causes of poverty which found in India, but one of them is historical reason. And what is that historical reason? That is low level of economic development under the British colonial administration. The policies of colonial government run traditional handicraft and discourage the development of industries like textile industries. They run or whatever traditional handicap work that was going, that totally run in the colonial government. The low rate of growth persisted until the 19th 80s, and this resulted in less job opportunity. और इसके कारण क्या हुआ कि it resulted less job opportunities and low growth rate of the income in colonial period. This was accompanied by the high growth rate of the population, और उसी दरम्यान population growth also taken place very high. The two combine to make the growth rate of the per capita income very low. Failure at both the front, that is promotion of economic growth and population control, that perpetuated cycle of the poverty. Means these are the two reasons of this cycle of poverty, that is promotion of economic growth and population control, that perpetual the cycle of poverty. With the spread of irrigation and green revolution, many jobs opportunities were created in the agricultural sector, but the effect were limited to some part of the India. Means agricultural or green revolution taken place in 1960 after the freedom, getting independent, but their effect, they were in the limited areas, but the effect were limited areas to some part of the India. The industries, both the public and private sector, did not provide some jobs, but these were not enough to absorb all the jobs. Jobs were there, but they were limited and not enough to absorb all the job seeker, those who are job seeker or needed. All means it was not enough to absorb all the job seeker, unable to find the proper job in the cities. Many people started working as a rickshaw puller, vendors, construction workers, domestic servant, etc. Because of not getting the job, they started this work because need that was of getting the earning money. With irregular small income, these people could not afford expensive housing, and through this work enough income do not get, and it is miss, and that was also not regular. With irregular small income, these people could not afford expensive houses की ये concept means then it is not affordable to them because of the less income. They started living in slum on the outskirts of the city, and because of low income, it is not affordable to them to live in the main areas, expensive housing, and that is why they live in the slum areas or outskirts of the cities. Isolated outskirt means isolated area. And problem of the poverty, all this happens because of the problems of poverty. Largely a rural phenomenon also became a feature of urban sector. Another feature of high poverty rate has been huge income inequalities. Another feature of the high poverty rate, that is huge income inequalities, means income it is not distributed equally among the all people. One of the major reason for this is unequal distribution of land, और इसके पीछे important reason क्या है? Unequal distribution of the land and other resources. If land and other resources distributed equally, then there would not be the problem of poverty. But it is not distributed equally. Despite many policies, we have not been able to tackle the issues in meaningful manner. Major policy initiatives like land reform, which aim at redistribution of asset in rural areas, have not been implemented properly. Means land reform, it is necessary. There is need to take the initiative through the major policies. लैंड रिफॉर्म लाना बहुत ज़रूरी है. उसके लिए इनिशिएटिव के लिए पॉलिसीज़, गवर्नमेंट हैव टू मेक सम policies which aim to redistribution of asset. Whatever assets are there, they should be equally distributed among all people, especially in rural areas that have not been implemented properly. But this program, it is not implemented properly and effectively by most of the state governments. Effectively they have not implemented. Means this is the drawbacks. Since the lack of land resources has been one of the major cause of the poverty in India. So lack of resources, it is one of the major cause of poverty which found in India. There is need to distribute resources equally. Then poverty would be reduced. Proper implementation of policy could have improved the life of millions of rural poor And if the proper policy, if it is implemented by the government, especially for the rural poor, then and then the reduction would be there in the poor people in rural area. So here many other socio-cultural and economic factors are also responsible for the poverty. Poverty के लिए other भी factors responsible है, which comes under the category of what? Socio-cultural and economic. In order to fulfill social obligations and observe religious ceremonies, people in India, including very poor, spend a lot of money. Small farmers needs money to buy the agricultural inputs like the seeds, fertilizer, pesticides, etc. See how the resources they are wastage in rich people. Here given example about this religious ceremony, social obligations and observe the religious ceremony. Generally people in India, including very poor, spend lot of money, though they are poor, but if marriage is there in their family, they raise a lot of money even though by taking the loan. And this is also one of the reason for poverty. And small farmers, another example of the small farmers needs money. For what purpose? To buy the agricultural inputs like seeds, fertilizers, pesticide, etc. All these inputs require for the production, agricultural production, and it requires the capital. Since poor people hardly have any saving, means poor people के पास saving नहीं होती है, they borrow unable to repay because of the poverty, and for purchasing these implements for the next sowing season they takes the loan, they borrow loan, and they unable to repay the loan because of what reason? That is poverty. They become victim of indebtedness, और वो क्या बन जाते हैं? indebtedness. Indebtedness means taken loan but unable to refund or repay the loan amount, and that situation is called the indebtedness. So the high level of indebtedness is both the cause and effect of poverty. और इसीलिए जिसको हम कह सकते हैं कि cause and effect of poverty, it is related to the high level of indebtedness. Indebtedness, it is also one of the cause and effect of the poverty. So all this we have seen causes of the poverty. And next is anti-poverty measure, which is on the page number 38. Anti-poverty measure. Removal of poverty has been one of the major objective of Indian development strategy. The current anti-poverty strategy of government is based on broadly on two planks. Current anti-poverty strategy of the government, it is based on the two planks. They are first, promotion of the economic growth, and second one, targeted anti-poverty program. These are the two base, or these are the strategy of government based on broadly two planks. Over the period of 30 years lasting up to the early 18th, there were little per capita income growth and not much reduction in poverty. It was till 18th, early 18th. official poverty estimated, which were about 45%. Official poverty that was estimated about 45% in early 1950 remain the same even in the early 18 और early 18 तक भी वही near about that was same. Since the 18th, India's economic growth has been one of the fastest in the world. लेकिन from if we observe from the since 18th, India's economic growth taken place very fast or fastest in the world. That was since 1918. The growth rate jumped from average of about 3.5% a year in 1970 to 6% during the 1980 and 1990. So, average that growth rate jumped from average about 3.5% in this period. The highest growth rate have helped significantly in reduction of the poverty. Therefore, it is becoming clear that there is strong link between the economic growth and poverty reduction. There is strong link between the economic growth and poverty reduction. इसमें एक strong link है. Economic growth widen opportunities. Because of economic growth, that widen or gets the opportunity and provides the resources needed to invest in the human development. This also encourages people to send their children, including the girl child, to school in the hope of getting better economic return from the investing in the education. And because of having the, if the growth rate increased, then people earning increase and they would be affordable to send their children, especially girls children, to the school for getting the education. It would be the investment in human resource. But first of all, there would be the reduction of poverty ratio or earning of the people have to be increased. So, however, the poor may not be able to take the direct advantage from the opportunities created by the economic growth. Moreover, growth in the agriculture sector is much below expectation. Means expectation से ही एग्रीकल्चरल सेक्टर की ग्रोथ जो है वो बहुत ही कम है एज पर आर एक्सपेक्टेशन. दिस हैज़ डायरेक्ट बियरिंग ऑन पॉवर्टी on large number of poor people live in the village and dependent on the agriculture. So in these circumstances, there is clear need for the targeted anti-poverty program. और ऐसी सिचुएशन में there is need for the targeted anti-poverty program. Although there are so many schemes which are formulated to affect the poverty directly or indirectly, some of them are worth mentioning. That is National Rural Employment Guarantee Act NREGA, launched in 2005, was passed in the September 2005. This act provides 100 days assured employment every year to every rural household in 200 districts. Later, the scheme will be extended to 600 district 600 district on third of the proposed job would be reserved for the women. Central government will also establish National Employment Guarantee Fund. All these are for the anti-poverty program or measures. Similarly, state government will establish State Employment Guarantee Fund for implementation of the scheme. Under the program, if an applicant is not provide the employment within the 15 days, he or she will be entitled to daily unemployment allowance. Means if the person registered or register for getting the work, and if within 15 days if the person do not get the work, then it is mandatory to government for giving the unemployment allowance. Another important scheme has been National Food for Work NFWP, which was launched in 2004 in 150 most backward district of the country. The program is open to all rural poor who are in the need of wage. This program it was open for all the rural poor who are in need of the wage employment and desire to do the manual unskilled work. It is implemented as an 100% centrally sponsored scheme. It is 100% centrally sponsored scheme, and food grain are provided free of cost to the state. Once the NREGA is forced, NFWP will be subsumed within the program. Okay, so here another scheme is that Prime Minister Rozgar Yojana PMRY is another scheme which was started in 1993. The aim of program is to create the self-employment opportunities. What is the aim of this program? To create the self-employment opportunities for educated unemployed youth, especially in rural areas or small town. Which program? That is Prime Minister Rozgar Yojana PMRY. They are help in setting the small business and industries. Rural Employment Generation Program REGP was launched in 1995, and the main aim of the program is to create the self-employment opportunity in rural areas and small town. Target for creating 25 lakh new jobs has been set for the program under the 10th 5-year plan. Then Swarna Jayanti Gram Swayam Rozgar Yojana, that is in short SGSY, that was launched in 1999. The program aimed at bringing the assisted poor families above the poverty line by organizing them into self-help group through the mix of bank credit and government subsidy. Under the Pradhan Mantri Gramoday Yojana PMGY, that was launched in 2000, additional central assistance is given to the state for basic services such as primary health, primary education, then rural shelter, then rural drinking water and rural electrification. Another important scheme is Antodaya Anna Yojana, that is AAY, about which you will be reading in next chapter. Okay, so the result of this program have been mixed. All whatever program introduced for the poverty reduction. So result of these programs, they are mixed. One of the major reason for the less effectiveness is lack of proper implementation. Whatever program, different programs has been introduced, but they are not proved effective. Because what is the reason behind it? Not implemented properly. Implementation, lack of proper implementation, it is one of the reason behind it. Right targeting, also there is need to target properly. Moreover, there has been lot of overlapping of scheme. And another reason, there are lot of overlapping scheme. It is also one of the reason for proving less effective this program. Despite good intention, the benefits of these schemes are not fully reached to the deserved poor. Means actual needy person, they are not able to get the benefits whatever program launched for them. Therefore, major emphasis in recent year is on proper monitoring of all the poverty elevation program. Whatever poverty elevation programs are introduced by the government, there is need to implement properly, monitoring properly. Next is challenge ahead. What are the challenge in front of us? Just we have seen anti-poverty programs, different anti-poverty programs introduced. Which are they? What are their objectives, features, and why they prove less effective? Then challenge. What are the challenge in front of us? So poverty has certainly declined in India. If we observe, no doubt, poverty it has been reduced, decline. But despite the progress, poverty reduction remain India most compelling challenge. This is poverty removation or removing poverty. It is challenge in front of us. Wide disparities in the poverty are visible between the rural and urban areas and among the different states. So certain social and economic growth are more vulnerable to poverty. Poverty reduction is expected to make the better progress in next 10 to 15 years. Is poverty reduction, it is expected to make the better progress next near about 10 to 15 years. This would be possible mainly due to higher economic growth. ये कब possible होगा? If there is higher economic growth and increasing stress on the universal free elementary education, and it would be possible if the stress or weightage given for the universal free elementary education. We are providing this universal free elementary education and decline the population growth. And third point would be there is need to decline the population growth. Then this program would be effective. Next one, increasing empowerment of the woman. We have to give the, because near about 50% population is of the women, and they have to be, there is need to strengthen, or they should be the economically strong. So empowerment of women and economically weaker section of the society, all this should be achieved. Then poverty, there would be expect whatever we expect, that is reduction of the poverty, it would be possible. The official definition of poverty, however, capture only the limited part of what poverty really means to people. It is about minimum subsistence level of the living rather than the reasonable level of the living. Many scholars advocate that we must broaden the concept of the human poverty. A large number of people may have been able to feed themselves but do not have the education or shelter or the health care or job security or self confidence. Means all these terms, they are interrelated to each other. So are they free from the caste and gender discrimination? Obviously no. There is discrimination on the base of caste and on the base of gender found in India. Then is the practice of child labor still common? Yes, it is common, though there is law. It is prohibited according to the law, but still it is common in the practice, that is of the child labor. Why? Because of the poverty. Then worldwide experience shows that with the development, the definition of what constitute poverty also changes. Eradication of poverty, eradication means remove. Eradication of the poverty is always a moving target. It is a moving target. Hopefully, we'll be able to provide the minimum necessary in the term of only income to all the people by the end of next decade. But the target will move on for many of the bigger challenges that still remain, providing health care, education and job security for all. Means these are three important things, or target would be there on these things, focusing these things, which are that for providing healthcare facilities, or this, though the healthcare facilities are there, but it should be affordable to all poor people, even assessing education, and there would be the gender equality. There should not be the discrimination on the base of gender. And another one important, dignity for the poor. There would be the dignity. Generally poor people, they are vulnerable, ignored or social excluded, but after all they are human being. So dignity, so there should be the dignity for the poor people. This will be even bigger task. Means all these are the bigger tasks in front of us, and there is need to give the focus on all these things. Okay, so normally this is measured through the concept of poverty, which we have been discussed. Through this concept we analyze main global and national trend of the poverty. In the recent year, analysis of poverty is becoming rich through the variety of new concepts like the social exclusion. What is social exclusion? We have seen. Then similarly, challenge is becoming bigger as scholars are broadening the concept into human poverty. So this is near about this lesson we have completed. So as per this lesson we have seen poverty is curse upon the humanity. Poverty is curse on the humanity, and we have to work on this matter. Indeed, poverty is curse upon the humanity, because poor cannot afford bellyful meal a day. So poor do not have the proper roof of their head to protect themselves from cold, rain and heat. Basic essential like clothing, oil, soap, etc. they missing in daily routine of the poor. They, because of poor, they cannot afford minimum subsistence level of the living. And sick members of the family suffering from serious ailment like TB, cancer, etc., and cannot be looked after the absence of medication. And in the absence of saving on the account of very low income, poor fall as easy prey to the indebtedness. Means indebtedness, it is the effect or drawbacks of the poverty. Means near about all concept related to the poverty we have seen in this chapter, and this is the end of this lesson. Thank you, students.